And this area is obviously it's in the panhandle of Florida. And this area is, one of those, and actually in this not this area, but this facility essentially is owned by the same owner, and he's had it for a gazillion years, like 20 years or something. And he hasn't raised the rates in 4 years. Okay. He was too afraid to raise them before COVID, and then COVID hit and he just hasn't raised the rates because he didn't want to be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's how we came across this facility. And now you can see, as you input the numbers here, then you'll come up with, it basically inputs this out here, and we'll go over here and we'll go over this in just a second. But I wanted to go over the expenses here. These are our expenses, and we have property maintenance, staffing, software, marketing, and the mortgage payment. Property maintenance, and you can click on the tab here. I'm not sure, C6 is, oh yeah, C6 divided by 0.015 is kind of what he did. Now, my husband created these formulas, so these are all just based on our numbers. So basically he's taking the purchase price, and then he in order to come up with the expense of what the property maintenance is going to be. And this property maintenance includes the boots on the ground person. It includes, like, if you're going to put a new door, springs, repairs, boots on the ground. It's all things maintaining our property. So he lumps it all together is what he does. And he just multiplies the purchase price by 0.015. Staffing is $7,400. So he has some formula here that he comes up with. It's $400 a week, basically times 12 plus 50 times 52. So that's his little formula he comes up with. Now, staffing is the phone people. It's the people that answer the phone, do all the paperwork, the auctions, the behind the scenes kind of stuff. Software is basically like, the software that we use, the back office software. And then the marketing is, any type of marketing that we do in order to find the facility. I mean, to lease up the facility. Okay. And the mortgage payment, this stems from these terms right here, and it comes from the loan calculator sheet right here. Okay. All right, so that is the inputs. So you can create your own sheet. What should I be asking the owner? I just told you exactly what you should be asking the owner. Now, it doesn't really matter what the owner's expenses are, really. It really matters what your expenses are going to be. Okay, so this is where you're going to create your own expenses. You're going to come up with a list of all the questions that you should be asking the owner, so that you can find some way to be running deal analysis on commercial real estate. Okay, and this is kind of how I do it, but there's got to be all kinds of sheets out there. Now, as you can see, as this price right here, it's valued at $1.5 million. So if I pay $1.64 million, I'm already negative almost 200 grand into the deal. Now the NOI comes out to $87,000. This is where I just clicked on the valuation tab, but essentially the NOI is calculated by the gross potential rents minus all the expenses. Okay, so this is kind of how it factors in. Here's our expenses right here. And then this is if we had a mortgage based on the numbers or what we inputted into the loan calculator. So we have like a little section here that ships wrong one. This one here that shows us, like, this would be our net if we had that mortgage of a 5-year, a 20-year loan at 5% interest with 10% down, right? And those numbers would change. Now, if I put 20% down, let's say if I put let's say I put $350,000, that's 21,000 down, then all the numbers would change, right? So the monthly, what we pay per month, and then the in total cash investment. All right. And then our mortgage payment would increase. I'm sorry, our net essentially, the cash on cash return would be like $32,000. Okay. All right. So that is basically your NOI and how to calculate your NOI.